Hey babe, ready to join the revolution?
Welcome to Boss Less Babe More, a woman-first business movement where soulful strategy means brand clarity.
I'm Grace, alignment coach and Akashic record reader.
And I'm Reka, designer and brand strategist.
Together, we build businesses that are aligned, supported, and actually sustainable.
Fuck the rules. Let's change the world for every woman who comes after you.
Hey babes, welcome back to another week's episode, and oh man, we have just had the funniest hour and a half connecting because the intention was really to be able to do remote podcasting and then to be able to come on here doing a remote podcast. And we do want to share with you because we obviously figured it out because we are here to tell you how it's going with our podcasting, any tools that you may need if you are interested in starting a podcast, and just kind of the basics for how to get started. There have been so many things that we have gone through on our podcasting journey that, oh my God, if we just had a little bit more information or somebody who had already been in the weeds with it who could share with us this sacred information, that would have made our lives so much easier. So if you're interested in podcasting, this is the episode for you, baby.
Yeah, so let me just first say we got on the phone an hour and a half ago. It was exactly an hour and 28 minutes ago. And okay, we chit-chatted at the beginning about some other stuff, but it's been easily an hour trying to figure this out. So wear your headphones, mute yourself on Zoom, because right now we see each other on Zoom. And then we hear each other via headphones, but our microphones are plugged into our phones. And then we use a service called Riverside. It all seems so simple. And we actually originally had a lot of help from Ben, who hooked us up with what kind of mics are good, what kind of lights are good. Like, I felt really confident, but this hour felt like I was just born into the world as to do a podcast. Like, nothing was
Back
working.
to the basics.
Back to the basics. And I will say, all of the technology that's supposed to be helpful, sometimes I'm like, this is my problem with robots. So then when I disconnected, it disconnected from my phone. That was trippy. So in the meantime, we are also muted. So you guys just have to imagine, like, I see her face. She's just like pointing to herself and to her mouth and chatting me up. Like, it was an operation. But I am very glad we are here. And I guess there's some stuff about this and technology that we need to acknowledge that it's not going away. And obviously not everybody has to podcast, right? But it's not going away, and there's no way of not embracing it. We got to figure it out. We got to work with it. It's in our lives constantly, and it's only going to get more entwined with everything that we do. So here we are today discussing all the ins and outs.
Yeah, and doing it remotely. And we're going to tell you exactly how we're doing it so that if you want to do a podcast with somebody and not be in the same room with them while you're doing it, this is actually a way to kind of do that in a fairly easy way. Now that we figured it out, it will be easy the next time. But really, we wanted to start doing this in the first place because I'm going to be traveling for several weeks, and we wanted to obviously continue connecting with all of you. So whenever we first started doing this podcast, we were using a platform called Riverside, and we had one singular Yeti mic that we were sharing and talking into, and we were recording on our laptop. So the image was absolutely terrible. If you've listened to other podcast episodes, we talk about how these are like unreleased files that the world will never. And really from there, we decided, because the image and the sound quality was so low, that we needed to upgrade, at the very least, our audio. And so what we ended up doing was we actually worked with, what is he considered?
I mean, he's a freelance videographer, but he really does so much audio stuff too that I guess we can call him an audio engineer. Okay. I don't know if he listens to the podcast, so he's not going to be like, why did you call me that? No, he's like by default a multimedia, but mostly like videographer.
Okay. Well, shout out to Ben. He was very
Yes.
helpful in the tech department because as much as we know, that was not in our wheelhouse. And so he suggested that we got Hollyland mics. And honestly, that was such a game changer. How
Hmm.
did you feel about switching from the singular Yeti to the clip-on Hollyland mics?
So I had that Yeti mic because I had a podcast 5 years ago that Ben actually, same Ben, helped me start. And because it was going to be at my desk, single person talking into a mic, that was the right mic at the time. And also technology, 5 years ago, there's just better shit that we're building these days. So not that I was used to it. I only did a couple of episodes and then I deleted everything. So you can never ever hear those episodes again. Um, but basically, it made sense for a desktop kind of application. These are a hundredth in size. They are teeny tiny, and we are actually currently we have two sets. So when we are together, we're using Hollyland mics, and we'll link these in the description if you guys are interested. We have different sets, but basically you can do multiple things, right? Like how many people's voices need to be recorded under one line, or is it multiple lines? So basically, we had two sets. Well, I actually think you bought the other microphone for yourself, but now we're using it separately. So when we are together, we can use one set of microphones, and we'll link to that. But currently, we each are using our own Hollyland. And other than I don't have like a cute little like button or something for it. It's tiny. It's really teeny tiny. It's like a fingernail size, but um, I like when people do. I think I told you this before. There's an astrologer guy I follow on Instagram, and he has a white microphone, and the top, the little fuzzy part, is red with these speckles. I think he made it because I've tried to look for it online, couldn't find it. But it looks like a tiny mushroom. It's just so fucking funny to me. But basically, that's what everybody's going to. What's the small thing? And it's for a while, it bothered me that we could be seen with the microphone, just like visually. I'm like, ugh, like it should be hidden or something. But really, now that we've turned off the video anyway, just for ease of production and not needing to deal with tens of gigs of files for each recording, which if you're doing a video production and using YouTube for this, I know some of you are, my fucking hats off to you. Like, I don't have enough time and energy to like upload a 10 gig file. Like, I don't have the patience for that. So YouTube really wasn't quite the congruent format for us anyway. And I'm also still of the era of I will listen to if somebody is on YouTube and I'm really interested in that stuff, I'm still only listening to them. I don't want to watch you behind a screen talking. Like that's not that interesting to me. If you're doing a certain activity, it's some sort of video tutorial on a yoga pose or something. It just wasn't an element that was necessary for us. But now that I see so many other people with the tiny mics, like it's just part of the gig. Like it's part that you have your headphones in, or you have even on the news channels, you watch people getting interviewed, they have their little headphones in, and it's like, this is just the way it is. So, I find it an easy transition, and I find it really convenient. Like the cases we have for the ones we have charge the microphones, so you can plug in the case and charge that, but basically you don't have to every time like you're not micromanaging the equipment, which is really nice because I'm that kind of person. Like, oh fuck, my headphone is dead again. Like I forget. So I love it. I really do love it. And the fact that this past hour was really painful, but I'm so happy that we did figure this out because you're traveling for this summer, but we will have, just even if we're both in Dayton, Ohio, may have this potential like, hey, let's just hop on and record this versus each of us driving.
I also really like the mics because they have a noise canceling feature on it, which is
Oh
really, really
yeah.
convenient. So, like, one problem that we ran into whenever we were first recording was just the room that we record in at Hold Space has really high ceilings, and we did choose the smallest room. But whenever we first started, it used to be like a 20-minute blanket and pillow fort experience.
Yeah, I
we
forgot
would
about that.
we would throw blankets up and like literally nail them to the walls to make the
Hmm.
room as sound padded as possible. And we we kind of upgraded from that, and we ended up getting these foam, what are those called? The foam pads that you can
Yeah, it's
put
like
up
foam
on the walls.
panels. Yeah,
hmm
it
And
did
I
help
think
a lot, but
it helped a lot, but it was still this whole procedure of setting it all up every day and then tearing it all down. And so, even if our podcast episode was only 30 minutes, we probably spent at least an hour just setting up and tearing down. And
yes.
that just isn't really sustainable if you're in a space that's not like already a recording studio. Like if you're renting a recording studio, everything's already done in there for you. But if you're just starting at home and like maybe you're doing it out of a closet, I mean, really find the ways that you can bootstrap and make it work best for you. So I mean, like we didn't start out publishing any videos. We have a few videos up on YouTube, but that's not, like we said earlier, not a congruent format for us going forward. We did end up switching back to Riverside and having the mics that we have now, the Hollyland mics. I feel like the audio quality has just gone up. It's been a lot easier to use it. We don't end up doing any of the padding or the blanket fording
Yeah.
anymore. So it's just been way easier. I think if you just make a small investment in upgrading your tech, because it will end up solving some of your other problems most likely along the way.
Yeah, and I would like to go back to the main philosophy of bossing less and babying more. What's that trade-off um, for your time and energy that is worth the investment? Like, I don't think the microphones were insanely expensive. I don't think there are some cheaper versions of this. This Hollyland brand has a couple of different tiers that you can go with. And for our first set of mic to have both inputs and all that kind of jazz, we went with a little bit more of an expensive one. But what is your time worth each week setting up for an hour versus saying, all right, I'll buy something for $200? You know, if you're trying to charge $200 an hour for your work, you're wasting it setting up. And like you're saying, exactly, if you go into a studio, it's set up for you already. But then you're paying that fee of rental, right? So the mics in that sense have been for sure a lifesaver. So think about that too, right? Like what is that investment and what is that payoff? Our goal is to seriously boss less and pay more. And there's so many ways we fumble it, and there's so many ways that we get off track, and there's so many times that we have to remind each other, like, okay, we're in overdrive and hustle and whatever mode. But I think ultimately tech can't help you. Yes, did today take an hour, but now we know, right? Yeah, but it's like these are the steps of like, how do you let technology help you and maybe not overtake everything in your life? We're not going to invest thousands of dollars into rental equipment or studio equipment or what have you. And you still want it to sound kind of nice and good.
Yeah, I would say that's also the beauty of Riverside because it allows
Mhm.
for you to have 2 hours of exports per month on a free account.
Mhm.
So you can do exactly what we're doing right now with a free account. And if you want to record more than 2 hours, babe, just put another email in, like, and we have, let us tell you how many email accounts we have through Riverside, like
I
five.
think three, five. We do have five now.
I think
Okay.
there's like five now.
Okay, great. Yeah, like fuck it, like work the system. And like we said, like this is a free podcast, right? So it's like what are you trying to accomplish? Like putting another email, not that complicated. But yeah, so Riverside is really nice. We started with that because basically Grace just graciously spent all this time researching what would be a good platform, did not know anything about it. It worked pretty decent, honestly. And then when
hmm
Ben upgraded us to a couple of newer things, as a designer, I have the Adobe software suite. So we went to Premiere Pro, and that means we went from 0 to 100. You can put in all these different audio channels and video channels and transitions and all this crap that's like way over both of our heads. Like, I know how to design things, but that doesn't mean that I'm an audio engineer or I can do video production. Like I don't want to. I can do enough to be kind of dangerous, but I think I edited maybe 10, 15 episodes there, and it was like so fucking painful. And it has an AI tool where you can cut things from just the text, but still, it was just so sophisticated and so nuanced. It was too much for us. So I'm glad we went back. And this, so basically today you invited me into a studio. So it's recording into one location that will be on your phone because you initiated the studio recording session, right?
Yes. And then whenever I go in to edit, the edits on Riverside are just so much easier. Like if you are really inept with technology like I am, you absolutely are going to be able to manage editing on Riverside. So basically it throws up a whole transcription of all of the audio. So all of the words that are coming out of your mouth that you have recorded, there is a transcription of that, and then you can literally highlight words and then press delete or mute, or like you can cut entire sections out. You can easily manage some of the audio if there's a lot of background noise. I mean, it's literally just pushing buttons in a very easy way.
So that's the platform, that is the mics, and then obviously we're not doing any of the video, but we will link the light panels. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
we
the
will link
light
the.
panels that we used, they are called Heorian. It's Heorryn. We got a 2-pack. They're 24-inch LED video light kit panels. So they're really easy to transport. They have this black carrier bag that you can shove the tripods and the light panels themselves into. There are remote controls that basically can amplify or tone down the tonality of the color of the light, and then also the brightness of the light as well. So they're easily adjustable. We also use those whenever we're in the process of our course production. So just kind
Mm-hmm.
of helps light up your area in a really nice way. You don't have to be, a production engineer or a light specialist to set these up. You literally just, if you have two of them, it's really nice because it kind of takes away the shadow. So would recommend
Yeah,
having two lights instead of just one.
yeah. That was actually, obviously it made sense from a design point, but when Ben was talking to us about that, I was like, oh yeah, this is something to just. He's like, look at yourselves when you're starting your recording. Like, just look at where the shadows fall, and it is true. If you're just positioning them a fairly decent, you can really crank up the lights on them too. Like, there's not, for the level that we're doing, I think it's pretty pro. Now, if you are looking for something extremely highly qualified, hire an engineer, hire a sound engineer, hire a video engineer. Like, there's nothing wrong with going overboard if you're doing something super high tech. But I think the internet is pretty forgiving, especially now in the days of like everybody Twitch streaming stuff, YouTube channeling it. Like, you can see the production value being different in all those locations, but there's a lot of forgiveness for glitchiness, not perfect lighting. Like, I like that, because as a person who does not want to invest time and energy into this and is a perfectionist, it's like, oh, but these really big people are not doing it that way, so I don't have to fucking do it that way, which is terrible. I should just do my own shit anyway and not concern myself with what other people are doing. But it is, and I'll be honest, it is helpful for me to see like really large names, just like, yeah, I'm in this room, this is what I look like, I have some lights on, boom. The content is more important. So
That brings me around to whenever we went to the tour with Gary Vee.
the Aspire
Aspire
conference,
tour. Yeah, the
Aspire tour.
Aspire conference. Yeah, because Gary Vee was up on this stage in front of all these people with a sweater that literally had like
Yes.
danglies on it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It was a really cool, large knitted sweater, and you can see like the wear and tear from it. Like, he did not give a fuck. Like, it was awesome.
And I mean, like, this man flew in on his private jet to come have
Hmm.
this, like, 1 hour talk. So it's like, whatever you are in the very beginning, it's okay if it's rough and raw. Like, even Gary Vee is doing that shit, okay? If Gary Vee can do it, so can you, honey.
Yeah, and you know what? I just finished reading a book that was about the art of spending money, and it talked about how everybody will have a different idea of what is a really satisfying way for them to spend money on something, right? And he was saying there's certain things that are logical and like the best way to put your money towards X, Y, and Z. But he even quoted this guy that was performing this it's not a sermon, I don't know what it's called, but when people are dying, it's like they call him the priest or the, and it's like that guy said something along the lines of like, nobody ever they wished for more time and, not for like more money and more whatever. So it's like kind of those cliche things you imagine, but he said two different people will not have the same set of expectations of what makes them happy or what is worth to them. So it's like there's no wrong answer. It's just what is your brand and what is the thing that makes sense for you, for your operation, for your time. Is it worth it to you to set up the panels every single time? What is the thing, for us, Boss Less Babe More, like the video is not worth the time and energy. The setting up the panels are not worth the time and energy. And it's not to say that it isn't for you, right? It is just to say that it isn't for us. And I think the most important thing that entrepreneurship needs to teach everybody is that our path is not your path and your path will never be our path. And not in a way that like you go over there and fuck you, but in a way that every single solution and how you operate your business will matter. And that's kind of the beauty of like creating that freedom for yourself and that business. Maybe you're a business that runs from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. because then you're taking care of your kids. You have like 4 hours a day to do a bajillion things until everybody's up. And that is the window that you can do it. So you need lights because in the winter time, 6 a.m. is fucking dark as hell, right? Like whatever that scenario is, think about that and then run with that. And the rest, fuck it. Gary Vee has fuzzy sweaters, like, just do your shit and don't really concern yourself with everybody else, which is just, it's hard not to.
It is, but the more that you just again lean in, embrace technology in the way that it like makes it actually work for you, the better off you'll be. Then also, I'm curious about how you've used any of these gadgets or tools whenever you've been working on your course creation, because you've been really just tying up all the loose strings on getting your course launched, and would love to hear just like your process with using all of these pieces of technology as you were building and developing that.
So let me tell you, because this is like basically our tech series. I created a masterclass. I can link to that at the bottom for you guys. I created a masterclass on Zoom because I wanted to use my slides and just have my face in the corner. And then I also recorded using these mics on the phone thinking, oh, this vertical stuff will be amazing for social, but there's no sound on it. And I didn't check. So like test everything.
Oh no.
So the Zoom is fine, right? Like that worked out fine and the recording is fine. Although I was sharing my screen and there's a little bit of black bar on the top and bottom and visually that's just like, ugh, I'm itchy about that. But I'm like, it's fine. It's done. It's beautiful. It's 45 minutes of a lot of juicy information. But I was, so I used Zoom, which I do pay for. So my meetings are more than, what's the cutoff, 30 minutes or 40 minutes?
45 minutes, yeah.
It's 45 minutes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I loved when during COVID, the free accounts they're like, just, it's fine. Just, I don't know if it was like an hour, I don't know how long you could go. And then I ended up paying for it when they changed. But I used Zoom and then I used these microphones. And then I did actually, because I was recording at Hold Space, I was using the light panels that we have and really just put the camera on a tripod. But anymore, there's actually a lot of light panels that have camera sets like in the center of it. And it's almost like a ring light or a box or whatever. And some of them are kind of flimsy. It's not the best tripod, but unless you're recording in a hurricane, I'm like, this is fine. But basically using just the lights, the mic, the phone, my laptop with Zoom, I was able to create the masterclass. I was able to create all of these little videos that are going to go into the course. I guess I use Adobe. I use Adobe for all of my PDFs and handouts. So like I really do care about the design and look of that. But it's like 5-6 different tools to create an online course. That's not too shabby, right? Where probably 5-10 years ago, you couldn't have connected all of these technologies super easily to do it yourself. It's like you would buy a webinar subscription service and then you buy a thing for whatever. And then you have like a course subscription, like Kajabi. I actually have a handful of clients who use Kajabi, and it's fucking expensive, but it has your email funnels in it. It has all of your course things in it. So it's like, you just got to decide what is the thing. And unless I really blow up and I need to move to Kajabi, I'm using a really small service, and I paid a one-time fee. I'm so anti-subscription. Like, I know it's a really hard sell in the world where everybody's like, well, just like sign up for this subscription. It's like, I don't want to. I just want to pay for this once and be done. So I oftentimes pay for my almost all of my tech stuff like in the yearly format. Not only it saves you a little bit of money, but I just don't want to think about it month to month. The online course host I bought it as a one-time platform, and I can host, the level that I purchased at is I can host 3 courses there. And it doesn't have the built-in funnels, the whatever, but it has this really beautiful breakdown of all of the course. You can create a homepage that has the little card, that the actual checkout item. And it's enough for me. It's perfect. And if you're running Kajabi, I'm not trying to talk you out of any of that, right? Like, Kajabi is an extremely massive and very robust tool. And just like your Ivory subscription that we talked about last episode, go back and listen to that. It houses all of that stuff for you. It makes sense for you because you want to create appointments, you want to be able to send emails, you want to do all these things. I am trying to create something that is this one-time offer. I don't think, maybe somewhere, like, not even like, oh, I'm just not thinking big enough. Like, the course I created is everything that I know. Like, I don't know what else I would create, right? So it's like, this for me makes sense as a one-time purchase, and then I'm done. And then I'm just going to sell to that, like sell and drive people to that homepage to purchase the thing. I'm not going to do these insane funnels, and it will be self-paced. So a lot of this stuff is like, thank you for purchasing. It's priced at a really low price where you're like, I just gonna run with this, and I don't have to be micromanaged. Or it actually has a community feature, but I'm not even going to turn that on. It's like, you know what to do. The instructions are clear. Go conquer. But so having that, like that feeds back into this whole research thing. Like, what makes sense for you? Like, do you want something really robust? Do you need all of these extra features? Do you need to maintain a community? Like, I don't have time for maintaining a community. Hell fucking no. When you and I were talking about that, you're like, so do you want to manage a community? Is this congruent and aligned with your frequency? And it's like, no, it isn't. Hell no. So decide for yourself. Just because someone's doing it, it doesn't mean that you have to. And just because someone is not doing it, doesn't mean that you couldn't, right? Like, what makes sense for you? And I think that's the most beautiful thing about entrepreneurship. Like, does this work for you? Great, fucking do it. Does it not work for you? Cut it out.
So is there a kickback from online course host?
Yeah, I can put the link in the description. There is if you sign up to purchase a course, I get some sort of kickback, but I've never shared the link with anyone before, so I don't know what the kickback is exactly, or what the percentage is. But if you guys want something like that, and I also have I can put this in there too, my calendar, because I'm not doing a whole lot of appointment managements, but I want something that feeds into my calendar that's automatic. I use TidyCal, Tidy, Cal, Cal. And it's exactly like Calendly, but it is a one-time fee. So I think I may have paid either $29.99 or $39.99 for it. And that's it. I have it forever. I have the app forever. I can take payments. I can schedule multiple types of appointments, all the things that are on the paid level of Calendly, but I just paid for this one time, and now I have a calendar forever. It feeds into my emails. Like, it's great. It's absolutely beautiful. And I don't have to do a fucking monthly. And even if it's $10 a month, right? Like, again, it goes back to like, how many tools do you need? What do you really use? Like, I don't get a lot of people reach out to me via email. It's not worth it to me to have a calendar with the appointments like an esthetician would need one, or so if you need a more robust system, like for you, for example, you have a really robust calendar system. So you're trying to go to Ivory because it still can hold a lot of that appointment scheduling, different types of appointments, payment systems, whatever, which TidyCal does some of this, but I need it on a really, really small scale. So it's not worth it to me to even pay $10 a month for it. I'll pay $40 once and for all, but then I don't ever have to worry about it again. Watch it, the company will go under. I need to do more research. Hopefully
I know
not,
a
but
lot of people who use Tidy Cow. I
oh
think that
yeah, that's
that's,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Good.
So I think you're
They're like,
probably
we want more money. We're gonna go
probably
to
good.
subscription based.
Yeah.
No, but like just email me, guys. And that's also like, what is your amount of
Oh,
accessibility that you want? You know, it's like I have certain days turned off where I'm actually working, but I just don't want any appointments on the calendar. Like, how do you protect your boundaries if you have this calendar with a million types of appointments and all these different things? Like, you're giving away your time and energy for people to schedule you. Maybe the call is not even worth it. Maybe they don't even buy from you. Maybe it was just like a brainstorming session that you just, sorry to say, but like kind of wasted your time, right? What's the bossing less? What's the babying more? Like you just have to reconsider and ask yourself the question over and over again. But yeah, those are my tools. Those are my favorites at the moment.
amazing. Okay, guys, so we'll link everything in the description if you want to go ahead and check out some different tools that may help your business grow. And just again, see what works for you and your business. What works for us may not necessarily work for you, and that's totally okay. But it's nice to just kind of see what other people are doing, and that's why we decided to do this episode in the first place. So until then, don't forget to boss less,
One more
babe
time.
more.
Don't
Wait.
forget. Usually you say don't forget.
So until then,
Don't you? It's me? Okay. So until then. Okay, let's say it again. Oh my
no,
god.
usually that's
How is this
you.
the hardest part?
I mean, we could say it. Do you want to say it together? We can say it together.
Don't forget.
So until then, don't
No. Okay.
forget.
I'm ready.
Is it lagging or
Don't
something?
forget.
Is that what's okay? So until then,
Let's
don't
just go ping pong
forget
back and forth. I
to
say don't
boss less,
forget.
babe.
You say boss less. I say babe more. I think maybe there is a lag. It doesn't seem like it, but okay.
Okay.
Don't forget. Babe more.
Okay. So until then, to boss
Really?
less.
Okay, so let's say it together.
Okay, there was so much time in between us saying that.
I'm gonna say
Yes.
all of it when you say
Okay, are you
until
saying
then. Okay.
don't forget like right after?
This is the best. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, great. Okay.
Don't forget. Boss less, babe
We
more.
can do this. So until then, to boss less, babe more.